You had time to build a business, create a method, and trademark that method all while at a 9 to 5? And did. Let me explain. This is what I've heard. People imagine me like sneaking off to conference rooms and hiding and, locked and loaded at my lunchtime. Them people did not respect lunch at all. Or I had hours of uninterrupted time just because I didn't have kids. We have lives. Okay, I digress. The truth is, I did all that in the margins. I did it on my drive to work. My brain was always thinking. I did it because I needed it. I built the method based off what I needed. This is real life experience. This isn't some made up thing where I was like, okay, let me send it to a few people for them to test. No, I tested it on me. I'm my first client. I know this works. So when I say confidently to potential clients, oh, this is easy, let's get to it, I mean it. And they are always amazed within the time frame the transformation happens. It's short and we build on that. So this isn't just, well, I did use the scientific method theorem. Like I had a hypothesis, my methodology, my approach. Like I really did treat this like research. I'm a nerd in case you didn't know. But I know it works because I lived it. I lived it. The planner comes from me. I wish I had one of my planners with me. I'll see if I can insert it somewhere up here. Because I have a picture of me drawing the line down the middle. And this side was business, this side was personal. Because I needed both worlds to be able to manage my priorities in both worlds. While I was in a meeting that had nothing to do with me, I could brain dump. I could journal. I sat at my desk and I listened to podcasts and did work. And if something struck a chord, I paused and I wrote it down. Or I sent myself a voice note. A lot of it came through dreams. And I would be like, oh, in my head while I'm sleeping, I'll be like, oh, I remember that in the morning, lies. So I began sleeping with my phone next to me. So I can literally just roll over and blah, 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 blah. And the next morning be like, yes, that's it. And the dots started to connect. And I started to feel the gaps in the vision, feel the gaps in my execution, feel the gaps. And that's where the method came from. And I was like, I need to protect this. And talking to my pit bull in a skirt, that's what I call her. She was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And talking to my brother who is a patent attorney, he's like, oh yeah, we need to get this done. And when I say things started to fall in place, and it wasn't just from this phase of life. I tell visionaries all the time that I would have a dream and I want to go and do it then. And I had to learn that God was giving me the vision for later, not for now. So that I could live it and master it and then be able to teach it or change the world or provide transformation. And so a lot of the method is from my business when I was a natural networker. And I was teaching introverts and students how to network effectively, because Hershey and me used to be extremely shy, and I just got tired of my shyness and introvertedness preventing me from opportunities because I was afraid, and I had to push myself past that. And the Plan to Win method was part of that. I learned to use my extroverted friends to cast a wide net to bring me back who I needed or what I needed so that I could have that one-on-one conversation, and I didn't have to jump out there all scared and nervous and not knowing what to say. These days, yes, I'm an emperor, and yes, if you know me very well, I talk a lot and I joke and I kid and I like to have fun, but I still get shy sometimes when I enter new rooms, and I just have to remember that I know this works and implement it again and again and again. So I didn't have big blocks of time, but I made it work because I was always thinking about it and because I was living it. Because I lived it, I also had my lessons learned and was like, nope, won't do that again. And then when I did begin to coach and I was coaching individuals and I could see the same patterns, and my neurospicy people, we pick up on patterns very easily and we connect the dots very easily. And I started to say, oh, it's not just me? Oh no, there's others of us out there. And I was like, oh, so this worked for me. Let me share. And over the years, because y'all, I've been doing this a long time now. I can't believe it. I've coached hundreds of people at this point. A lot of those are neurospicy, multi-passionate, multi-hyphenate, multi-entity, enterprise mindset individuals. It's always the same. I've identified the patterns. I've identified the pain points, and I've identified the method to get them to success in both worlds. More ands, less ors, in the words of Brie Carroll. I realized I had a way of doing things differently and doing right, wrong, because people would say, that's not how you, but it worked for me because the societal playbook did not work for me. So once I embraced doing right, wrong, and I tested it time and time again, and now I teach other people to do right, wrong, and it works. My method isn't a copy paste. It was created with space and grace for you to make your thing your thing. The method gets you there, but I'm not trying to make you a copycat of me. I'm trying to make your dreams come true. And once I realized that the process worked, I used it on myself over and over again because I need to know that I know that I know that I know. And then I use it on my clients over and over again. And now I know that I know that I know that I know it works. And I got a trademark. So recap, I just made note and I journaled a lot. So I encourage you to journal and read your old journal entries because a lot of the things that I was I had already written about it. Because remember, you're a visionary. He prepares you for the future, not for them. Keep that in mind for later. But like I said, I made notes of what worked, what didn't work, what I wish I had that I couldn't find, i.e. that's how the planner came to be, and identified patterns and connected the dots. And then I just refined it, and I refined it and refined it. And to all of my perfectionists out there, from a recovering perfectionist, remember, to perfect is an action. You have to do, fix, and do again to perfect it. Out the gate is not going to be perfect. And you have to get used to progress over perfection. Otherwise, you will never make your dreams come true. And again, not on my watch. So I refined it, I tested it, and went back into the lab. Refined it, tested it, went back into the lab. And now I have a rinse and repeatable method that not only makes my heart happy to help others make their dreams come true, but I also use it with my youth so that they don't have to be my clients in the future to figure out what they want to be when they grow up, whether it's traditional or a non-traditional path. So it works at all stages of life and for all ages. So if you're trying to build your business on the side while working a 9 to 5, my employeepreneurs, stop waiting for a big block of time. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop putting it off. Just put one foot in front of the other. Step into your purpose. How would you do things differently? Don't be afraid to be different. I'm an alien, I've accepted it, and I love my superpower. What is your superpower? Don't overthink it. Don't be afraid to say it, because there is a section of people out there waiting for you. I always use this analogy with my friend who is an esthetician, and she was like, I don't think Cetaphil works for eczema. I was like, say that. And she was like, no, because all the doctors and da-da-da-da. And I was like, but there are some people out there who don't think it works. And they're waiting on a solution, i.e. you, but you're too afraid to say the thing. Say it. Don't overthink it. It landed in your soul, not by accident. It's called your intuition. It is called alignment with God. It is called a download. Say the thing. Test it, refine it, test it, make it your own. And when you're ready, protect it. We can talk more about that. Just know your method isn't starting from scratch. It's already inside of you. You just have to be willing and have the clarity, courage, and confidence to let it out. Remember, the cell phone didn't always exist, the television didn't always exist, and now most individuals have a phone walking around in their pocket. Who would have thunk it? From the wall to the big bag black to in your pocket? Go change the world. Go bring forth something different. Go say the thing. Refine it, test it, protect it. That's it. That's all. That's all I did. And you can do the same. Have a great one.